Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Doctor Who Season 8, Episode 10 podcast for, the ASO TV podcast for Doctor Who Season 8, Episode 10, In the Forest of the Night. I am your host, Cleo. With me I have Rachel.
Hello.
Erica.
Yay.
And Pat and Michelle.
Hi!
What up?
Hey! I really like this episode.
Me too.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. So, how adorable was Maeve?
Maeve.
Maeve.
They spelled it with a B on the website. It's like Maeve.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was May at first.
That's silly
Just,
British.
like, silly British name. She was adorable.
She was cute.
Mm-hmm.
Our little Red Riding Hood.
Yep.
Little tiny.
Also, kind of a throwback to the whole Amelia Pond thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. So she doesn't ask or state that the TARDIS is bigger on the inside.
Oh, that was so cute.
She just assumed it was supposed to be that way.
I love her reasoning.
Huh?
Yeah. I love her reasoning about that.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense to me. If I asked everything, I'd be asking all the time.
I assume that's how it was supposed to be.
Well,
Poor child.
on top of it, of her hearing so many voices and everything else, this is the least of her problems that she walks into a box that's huge.
Yeah, right.
I got told by my teacher to go find some guy in a blue box. Really, at this point, I don't care.
Somewhere in this forest that popped up in this city overnight.
Yeah.
All right. I just affected arguing with his GPS.
Oh my god. Yeah, so the TARDIS gave the Doctor some Siri sass when he questioned what she was saying, and she's like, no, bitch, you're here.
I know. This is it.
Has she ever done something like that before?
She's been sassy, but not the GPS thing. I think that's a new thing.
No.
Yeah, that was really funny. I hope she does it again.
She hasn't been verbally sassy. She's been sassy in sending him to locations when she thinks it's important for him. When, there's certain times that he didn't want to go to certain planets or whatever, and she just pops him there. Like, oh, okay, you're going to take care of this here.
You're going here, okay?
It's the reason I'm sending you here. Figure it out. Now go.
Mm-hmm.
There's a point to this. Take care of it.
Yeah.
Yes, he always does.
And if she had a face, she'd be rolling her eyes at him.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
So, at the museum trip, that museum had an awful lot of locks on the door.
Yeah.
So is that like a normal amount of locks for a museum? It seemed a little overkill for me.
I don't remember when we went to the museum. I don't remember a museum. Maybe it's a British thing.
Maybe. Or it had a lot of valuables in it or something that we didn't see.
Well, is it essentially like a Smithsonian-esque type of museum? Because if so, it would explain a lot about the locks.
I don't know. It looked like more natural history.
Yeah.
Like dinosaurs. They had the dinosaurs. They had the log, and they had the animals and stuff there.
Yeah, the life-size replicas of cavemen and stuff.
Exactly.
So, yeah, more of a museum of natural history. That guard was funny though.
The old guy.
The crotchety guard.
Yeah, it's like that was an old crotchety guard.
Kids.
I was supposed to be relieved an hour ago.
Damn girl.
Oh, sorry.
Not my fault.
I don't ever remember taking a field trip where you spent the night in a museum.
No, I know, right? I was like, wow, that would have been fun.
Yeah, I started hearing about those when I was in high school. I was like, why didn't I get to do that?
What the heck? We got as kids.
Not fair.
No,
They actually...
the I got was sleeping in the gymnasium at the school for Boy Scouts. The closest thing to an inside sleepover.
Dirty feet smell.
Yes, that and sweat.
We get to play
Interesting.
kickball till midnight. Woo!
I hear they do at I think it's the Museum of Natural History in Manhattan, that they do adult nights where you sleep over.
Well,
Oh, nice.
But you don't have to be a child, so.
We should do it.
I know they do a thing here at our zoo where during the summer you get to pitch a tent on the lawn and spend. It costs lots of money though.
Oh, but that sounds so fun. Like to do.
They give you tours of the animals at night because a lot of animals are nocturnal, so
In their habitat. But
This isn't even a question, but the doctor says even my long life isn't long enough for Les Mis, and I had to pause the video and I was laughing on the floor.
Yeah, I caught that. That was a good reference.
he was very out of sorts in this episode. He was all over the place.
Yeah.
It was confusing to him. He couldn't figure it out because it's wood.
Yeah, there's no circuits. Circuits are easy.
Yeah, he was freaking out a little bit.
technology. No, what is this? Nature?
So my mom asked this, and I actually didn't have a proper answer for her. She said, well, the screwdriver does wood now, doesn't it?
No.
I thought it did.
Yeah.
It only did it when it was combined and it was the War Doctors.
Oh.
Well, no, because it was calculating through all the years, so it finally calculated wood. So it should be in its memory.
But it only
Which would make
calculated
sense.
door wood, like
But what is
inanimate wood.
Wood.
But
Yeah,
what
I
is-
guess it.
What
I guess
are you
it just means he
expecting?
can scan it now.
What are you expecting to get out of it is really the thing, because
Yeah.
that was a very specific "let's disintegrate this door" thing,
Yes.
and not a let's figure out what's going on with this wood to be able to scan it like a tricorder. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I agree.
Also, at the same point, he made the statement that trees don't communicate. You know, but in turn, the little girl kept on saying, "Oh yeah, they do communicate. They've been communicating to me."
Yeah.
But technically, it wasn't the trees; it was the life force little beings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
the
were
life
so
force.
cute, like little fairies.
I know. They kind of reminded me of the little Avatar things in Avatar, without the tentacles.
Right.
Very cool.
I thought the kids were going to freak out when they started hearing another voice coming out of their girl's mouth. They were going to flip.
I know.
Yeah, it was just that one kid that went, that was cool.
Yeah,
The
but they
redhead
saw
girl,
so
what
much
was her
crap
name?
at that point.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess.
nothing phased them at all. Like, oh, there's
No.
a tiger right there. All right, let's shine a flashlight in his face. Yep, cool. All right, move
Yeah,
along.
Ruby said that. She's like,
Ruby.
the forest popped up overnight. Nothing phases us now.
I know. I love it.
They were doing flashbacks of them in school, and he was like, find X, because it's right there.
Yes.
Why do you keep asking me? It's right there.
Why do you keep asking me these questions? Ask someone else.
Give somebody else a chance.
It's
Right.
not lost. It's right on top.
I love it. I love it.
I was like, oh my gosh, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
Oh, and like the former bully was like, I'm nervous, and when I get nervous, all of my anger management gets undone.
I forget all my anger management.
I
They're
forget
just
all my anger management.
I don't have.
Yes.
all these kids have some kind of problems.
I liked how Clara was just there. You know, I just tell them they're gifted, right? They're not actually gifted.
I know. I love that. That's what we tell every kid. Oh, I love
I
it.
was
You're
like,
special.
oh,
Everybody
no,
gets a
they're
trophy.
But you're not really special. We just say that to shut you up.
Yep, that's like
Right.
Little League. Everybody gets a trophy for playing.
God.
Even if you really suck.
I do like the fact the doctor, said, when we hear voices, we give people pills to make them stop.
Yeah.
I think maybe there is something to that in a way. Maybe something is talking to them that needs to be heard.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just people are thinking on a different wavelength. They may be thinking the same thoughts as you, they just come out different.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well, that's
speaking
why
of
we're-
that, Mabel hears the voices and nobody listens to people who hear voices. She's described it as finding thoughts. Do you think that she's psychic, or was she just in tune with those fairies that could talk through her?
In tune. I honestly,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
there's that explanation in theory that adults think that kids can see even spirits or like even dogs or anything because they have an actual imagination, and when we grow up we lose that kind of wonder in life. I think it's that same kind of theory.
And also the
reality and cynicism and and being angry and making
up.
These things can't happen.
And your brain development.
You lose all that.
Yeah.
Logic and common sense take over, and then in turn, that's why we're kind of like pudding brains. We're kind of molded into this certain society, and all turn,
what we're supposed to do.
When we were little, we have more imagination, we have more thought. Like my teacher, when I was little, said it was a hysterical thing when I said it was more likely for a turtle to wear a hat than leaves to fall off a tree because some guy walked by with a hat on, the wind blew, and it fell on the turtle. She didn't want to fail me for that test, but Lord knows she had to because it wasn't that logical.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
I like it.
Yeah. So, Clara continues to lie to Danny. Even when she knows he knows.
I know.
Typical
nuts.
Typical woman.
Hey.
Lie about the man she's with.
Hey.
Hey, I have to throw that one in there. Come on.
Why do we think... Was she still just trying to hold on to maybe I can still travel with the doctor?
She's trying to hold on to both lives.
Yeah.
And because she thinks she can't have both. And she doesn't think, that he would accept both. But in reality, he's kind of accepting of both. He kind of realizes,
right in front of her. And she's just like, oh,
he's always accepted it, but she wants this world of wonder, but she doesn't want to feel like she's losing somebody else in the process.
Or putting him on the back burner as like a second banana. Second banana.
But like he even states that he would rather see her and see the world in front of him better than to go and explore and see everything.
Yeah.
He had that time in the military. Yeah. He doesn't need it anymore. But if she needs to still explore the world,
he understands.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah, because he sees Clara's situation as very similar to what he went through in the military. So he understands why she wants to stay. And he knows that eventually she'll come to a point where she wants to be home. Yeah.
Like I'm
basically,
good.
Settle down.
That's ready to buckle down.
Yeah, and it was really weird because she was just like thinking like the companion. Mm-hmm. And Danny was like, no, we have to watch the kids. That's important. Like she wasn't being a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, was it when she told the doctor to go that she realized she had to be that teacher person instead? Do you think?
Yeah. She realized. I like the fact that she lied to the doctor to get him back to the TARDIS.
Yeah. She's learning. Rule number 1.
I don't think it's that teacher part. What it was more is she didn't want to be the sole survivor. She did not want to be in the doctor's role through and through. She already had an experience of being the doctor once when she had to try to save the people from the flat line. So now in turn, does she want to be the last human being on Earth and have no other humans in the, for the human race to completely be destroyed except for her? No. She'd rather go out with everybody than to stay, or than to go on the TARDIS and live with the doctor being the only one left.
Yeah. And she knows...
There would be no Cassandra.
I was going to say, Lord knows.
No what?
Moisturize me.
Oh, yeah.
She wouldn't want to be the next
Miss
Cassandra.
Flatface.
My God.
Oh, yeah.
Moisturize!
Oh, God. I don't think she would have turned into that.
The
real weird thing...
Facelift.
No.
The real weird thing about that, though, is that she would have never had that situation. Like, the Doctor is the last of his kind because of events in the Time War and things that he really can't control. Whereas, if at that moment the entirety of human race was wiped out and only Clara survived because she was in the TARDIS, the Doctor could just pop back in time and drop her off in like the 1800s or something.
That's true.
And she's around humans again.
Yeah.
She knows what's going to happen, but she's not devoid of species contact.
Yeah, but I see that as like she wouldn't want to live in a previous time. She knew people from her time.
Yeah.
She wouldn't just want to get dropped off back where she knows nobody.
Especially Danny. I don't think she'd want to leave him.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so do you think this is going to really push her towards making that decision, telling Danny the truth, one, because he left it open, and two, making the decision to leave the Doctor and stay?
Well, he already knows the truth. It's just whether or not she's going to fess up to it.
Yeah. Well, he wants to hear her say it, that's the thing.
Oh, yeah, of course he does.
I think it's definitely building to that point.
Will be a matter of time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we only got a couple more episodes left.
2 episodes.
And then
I
the
wanna
Christmas
see it.
episode.
And then the Christmas episode.
Yes. Yay.
So what do you guys think of the Doctor's new title, Dr. Idiot?
I love
Well,
Got a new name, Dr. Idiot.
it.
well, he was just freaked out by all the trees. I mean, come on.
Really.
It's not exactly his forte.
It's mine.
No.
Literally.
But it was a very, like, we've seen Tennant and Matt and Smith go like, dumb, dumb, dumb.
Yeah.
Why didn't I see this, like, 3 hours ago?
They're thinking too big than rather when it's really just right here in this little bitty circle. They're thinking out here, and it's right in front of their face.
The whole thing, too, is they're always looking to see what they can fix, when in all actuality, sometimes you don't have to fix a damn thing. It's going to take care of itself.
That was definitely this episode. I mean, the trees weren't the problem, they were the solution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I don't think they've done since what's his name left the show, Russell T Davies.
Mm-hmm.
Is they used to have an episode that didn't feature the Doctor, and it was just like whatever random BS. I think that was their episode, kind of going back to that, where the Doctor didn't do anything this episode. He didn't fix anything. He wasn't really that integral to the plot. It was just kind of
This is just a natural.
something, things just happened.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of character things happened, too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's also showing that, the Earth can take care of itself. It doesn't always need to be saved.
Or dependent.
And even
on...
kids can actually do something miraculous. They're not just,
No, they can't.
the pudding brains that you have to kind of hold your hand and walk them through all of their problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not the Doctor and it's none of the adults that send that message out to don't hurt the trees. It was the little girl, the smallest girl.
Yeah.
That was adorable. She was the cutest thing.
I like the fact she asked for her sister to come back home.
And she did!
She did.
Oh,
Justice once everybody lives.
Nobody dies.
Yay!
We even got somebody back.
I know, for once.
There
Plus
is
one.
There is one thing I kind of picked up on before, is you remember back when in like the older episodes where Sarah Jane was there, they had Mr. Smith call every phone in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now they just had the TARDIS do it directly.
Yeah.
Yes. Lazy. I like it.
Sorry.
No, that's a keys.
Do you guys have anything else to say about this episode?
Very earth friendly.
Yes.
And it gives you something to think about, and and the whole we don't remember it because we choose not to. It's a thing, our brains. When you get traumatic some kind of traumatic event, you have a tendency to just whatever, don't want to think about it, block it out.
Yeah, traumatic and like things you can't explain, like supernatural ghosts or trees popping up from the ground.
They said
Trees.
that
Things happen. Things happen.
what was it he said about if you remember things, nobody would ever be born again. Like, you know, and I've actually heard that people say that about pregnancy. It's like if you actually remembered all the horrible things that happen and like the intense pain of childbirth and all that, then people would never have sex again, but yet they always do.
I remember the pain.
I heard
so
that.
that's kind of that kind of it's like, yeah, I've actually heard that before. So
Yeah,
I
I've
remember
heard
the
actual
pain.
real people say that.
Yeah,
I remember everything.
It's like I do.
This is why I have one child.
Sorry,
Huh?
you go. Hey. Hey. No? Okay. Episode
3,
11,
2,
Dark
1,
Waters. In the mysterious world of the Nethersphere, plans have been drawn. Missy is about to come face to face with the Doctor, and an impossible choice is looming. Death is not an end, promises the organization known as 3W. But as the Doctor and Clara discover, you might wish it was. Yay, we get our Missy episode!
About time.
I do not like her. I hope she just gets her demise.
I like her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my mom said that too. She's like, I don't like her. She scares me. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's the point.
I do like her. I think she's
crazy.
I don't know. Crazy. Definitely, she needs to be locked away.
I mean, you need a nutcase.
What's really funny about this kind of stuff is, me and Rachel have this friend her name is Adrian, but she goes by the name Missy, and she's like a really big Doctor Who fan also. And she posted on Twitter a few days ago, I scroll through Doctor Who on Tumblr, and the Doctor Who hashtag on Tumblr and Twitter, and wonder why everybody is talking about me.
Yeah, it would be a little confusing.
I like it.
She's definitely the thing everyone's talking about this season, even though probably combined, she's only been in a minute.
I know she's
there, just like
you could tell she's a complicated character because you don't know where she's coming from and you don't know what she's about, but you want to know more.
Yeah,
exactly. I want to know who she is, why she's doing what she's doing.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get 2 full episodes devoted to her because episode 11 is the next one, but episode 12 I believe is called Death in Heaven. So
that's gonna be rough.
Probably more about Missy and Heaven and stuff. And Unit's coming back. I kind of missed Unit.
Unit was cool.
Yeah.
And they have that. They have that girl from the 50th anniversary with the scarf, the asthmatic girl.
Yes.
I don't know her name, but she's on there too.
Yeah, but is it her or is it her twin?
Well, it's I don't know.
Twin?
Probably
Did she die? Or did she almost die?
Remember they replicated each other, and so they made a standstill, and they were just like they were at a standstill.
Right,
in the 50th edition, so they both lived.
She knew the actual girl
didn't have her inhaler.
Yeah, one had
that's
asthma.
Right. They were the ones who figured it out.
So.
Yeah. Fairly interesting. We shall see what Missy has in store for us.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I'm ready for it.
Indeed.
Any last words?
I love that the Doctor in this episode said to the kids when they were all in the TARDIS, "Do not touch anything, nothing at all."
Oh, that was great. They sent him down into the little waiting area.
They didn't go to the couch room.
I was gonna say that.
They should have went to the couch room. You're right.
Locked them in there too.
Then they would have been jumping on the couches, and the Doctor wouldn't have liked that.
Or
Rachel, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17.
Erica.
On Twitter at EricaRain7.
At Michelle.
Time and space.
You can find me at Cleomoto. If you go follow me on Pinterest and I hit 100 followers, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm really close, so it should happen soon. And you can find all of us and more at ASO TV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Gmail, right here on YouTube and on MySpace, just cause. And if you go to our website, tvcaptive.com, you can find an article on the Age of Ultron trailer and speculations on Avengers 2.
Really awesome stuff.
See you later!
Bye-bye! That was awesome.